Good morning, Siegel. Just a quick update. Yesterday we collected for the first time for the canned food drive, and we collected a little bit over $900. So right now, between what Student Council has put forward and what the school has donated, we're sitting at about 10,000 food items. Now we need to increase that so that in January, when you're like, gosh, I really wish we could have a pep rally for this awesome game, and you haven't earned enough cans, you're not going to get that pep rally. So if you want to have that pep rally, you need to be bringing in your items. You got 1 week left, okay? So get those items in. Also, this is a reminder that Star Trek, the first donation is, or the first turn-in is tomorrow for your donations. I just wanted to remind you, this is a fundraiser, okay? It's not a bring a note with no funds and just get out of school. That's not the whole purpose of this. The purpose of this is to raise funds for the school. So if you don't have time to go around and ask your family members, we will have another turn-in next week. Remember, you can do some extra chores around the house to earn that money. But our goal is to get $25 from every single person that participates. So bring in that form and those donations. First turn-in is tomorrow. We'll have another one next week. Thanks.
All right, good morning, Siegel. Let's talk about who's testing this morning with Mist. And please bear with me. Can somebody tell them on the radio that I'm on the announcements? All right, let me go over this with you because with volleyball it's kind of screwy a little bit. I've got Coach Reader's classes and Miss Hall's classes testing this morning, so let me go through that. If you have Coach Reader first period, you'll come to the library. His second period, library. Third period, room 813 upstairs. Fourth period, English lab, it's in the English hallway. Fifth period, library. Seventh period, room 716. You have Miss Hall, her fourth period is going to be in her classroom, and sixth period is room 723. Teachers, hopefully you have a copy of the schedule. If you could please help out the children and go over that with them. Thanks and have a great day.
All right, good morning, Stars. What a great day. This is one perfect day here. Great picture of Caitlin Lester on the front page, Leah Porch. Anyways, great job by the Lady Stars last night. Winning 2 games yesterday, get to play again today at 1 o'clock. Good luck to them as they continue their journey for another state championship for Siegel High School. Excited for those that are playing, but also for our fans. I got a couple things I want to talk about real quick. We talk about the word integrity, honesty, doing the right thing, stuff like that. I know you don't want to hear it, but for some reason we had about 500 people that wanted to go to the game yesterday or signed out, paid $8. That $8 could have been used for something more beneficial. People that don't eat during this time, it's cold out, holiday season, people that can't buy toys for their children, things like that. You start talking deep about wasting your money. Some of you spend $8 to go home and sit around and play video games, do things, don't even go to the game. So I'm really fired up about that, but I know one thing, those of you who weren't here yesterday, the lunchroom was clean. So that tells me, we talk about integrity, talk about doing the right thing. I don't know what that means, but it might mean that some of you that weren't here yesterday, you're the guys who leave trash on the table, right? You're the people who don't do the things right around school. So anyways, I'm challenging each and every one of you. I know you don't want to hear it, but it's honesty. It hits you right in the gut. But if you're going to pay $8 and we expect you to go to the game, and you guys want to have pep rallies and have all these fun things, but nobody wants to go to the game. You want to spend $8 to go home. And I also guarantee you that a good portion of that, sorry Mr. Creasy, I'm getting a little fired up, but a good portion of you probably have F's on your report card. I don't know, I'm just saying. Out of 500, so I mean, some of you went there, did a great job, I really appreciate it. But you need to look at yourself in the mirror, really understand what you're here for. If you're going to do the $8 and support the team, I expect you to be there. We expect you to be there. We don't expect you to go home. So teachers are fired up, you know, because it's funny, they look at that list and they say, oh man, wow, I had no idea that old Petey Johnson, I didn't know he liked volleyball that much. Wow, he really hates algebra because he's got an F in my class. Oh, you know what, he hates science too, he's got an F in science. But you know what he does like? Going home, sitting around, not going to a volleyball game and wasting $8, right? Anyway, sorry guys, hey, appreciate y'all going. I don't know if you went, but anyways, all right, good job. Sorry, Mr. Creasy. Go Star! Woo!
Continuing right along what he said. So to take care of that problem today, if you read your tweets last night, if you go to the game today, there will be administrators there and teachers, and we will have our little notepads, and you're right to sign in. I'm going to treat you, have to treat the ones that's doing the right thing like you're in elementary school, because you got some that paid their money and left yesterday, supposed to go to the game, notes from their parents said they were going to the game. They paid their $8, but then we get to the game and we're probably about 200 less students than what should be. So we're going to take care of that today. So if you don't come to the game and you checked out, even though your parents signed you out to go to the volleyball game and you're not at the volleyball game, then we'll deal with you tomorrow for skipping. So if you just bought your ticket today thinking you was going home, then just stay at school and like you said, work on your grades. That being said, great job yesterday with the volleyball team. So we'll be playing again today at 1 o'clock. We will dismiss at 12:15, teachers. They've already turned their notes in. The ladies in the office will get that list together and get it out to you. And they've got their hands have already been stamped as well. And the stamp today is click it or ticket. So whenever we dismiss, and we've got to have click it or ticket stamped on their arm and on that list as well. Now, with that being said, teachers, I know sometimes that you are so busy you overlook things, but then sometimes you just don't do things that you're supposed to do, kind of like kids sometimes. So make sure when we send that list out, you check that and don't send 30 kids up to the front office because you say they're not on the list whenever they were on the list. And I know that there was 1 or 2 situations, there was an honest mistake yesterday. There was some just didn't check it. So do what you're supposed to do, teachers. Check the list, make sure they're on there so they're dismissed.
See your counselor if you are interested in Governor School. The last day of seniors to enroll in Tennessee Promise is November 1st. Melanie O'Connor.
Thanks, Presley. There will be a National Arts Honor Society meeting this Friday in Ms. Z's room 200, right after school. It will be a brief mandatory meeting. Please see Mr. McGoffin if you cannot attend. The Seagull store will take orders until October 23rd for Seagull Nation and Straight Outta Seagulls t-shirts. They will be available for $10 for short sleeve and $12 for long sleeve. Don't delay. Pre-order your spirit wear today. There will be a Best Buddies Halloween party on October 27th from 6 to 8 p.m. in room 303. Please wear a costume. Key Club will be holding a meeting today, September at 7 p.m. That's all for your announcements, Seagull. Have a go to the volleyball game Thursday.